before I get into the nitty-gritties, the complexities of the show, I want to know what started, what rather gave you the vision to delve into creating a show like this?
Yeah, so I wanted to create a show that reflected the young people in Guyana, those of us who have dreams and aspirations, but we know the country that we live in that, you know, they don't always support. Like in Guyanese culture, it's either that you're an engineer, a doctor, lawyer, or waste. But we wanted to, because our main character, she has a dream of being a fashion designer. She wanted to have these, she wanted to make money, she wanted to be big, and in this show we just follow her journey and the different people that she interacts with. Some of them have the same dreams and some of them are living in the reality of where they are, and we just want to reflect different, you know, experiences in a country like as special as ours.
Wow. So how did you venture looking for these particular talent that you have here? What was that process like? Because for me, I see that everybody amazing. So how do you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amazing person? This is total cast, by the way.
No, 2 are missing.
So 7. How did you venture to get these?
8.
Sorry, 8.
Yeah. How I got them? Ooh, yeah. As she's saying, hallelujah. We thank the Lord. It's really God. I did a casting call, and that's how I got Khristian. Scarlett reached out to me. This is my best friend Carissa. I knew Leahna from working with her, and Charles, he was on season 1, and he actually helped me with another show, and I wrote a role for him. And the other 2 also from casting call, that is.
Okay. And essentially, how long was one episode? And give me the backup of how was it filming one episode? Was that cast so energetic as this?
Yes, Andy, we want to hear this, Andy. Tell us.
Stress. Lots of stress.
Lots of big personalities.
Yes. Because though you might see a whole episode that might be 20 to 30 minutes, it doesn't mean that it was filmed in one day. Sometimes pieces of this episode was filmed like earlier this year, some was filmed at the end of the year. The last scene that we filmed, right, though the whole show was finished, is for an episode way up in the show. So things don't always happen the way that we might plan it, but once we film it and we try to have good continuity, it should be okay. What was y'all's experience?
It was definitely an adventure.
Oh God, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it was an adventure. I think it was interesting because like you would just be like, okay, like when we're planning for the week, you would say, okay, so we're doing these scenes this week based on who's available, and then you just have to put yourself in that headspace at the time. So I think while it was a challenge, it was fun. It was fun. Very fun.
Yeah, that was very energetic casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were very energetic. There are days when we had to we showed up at the shoot, and because we were late, it's not calling names. We had to cancel our shoot because we didn't get proper lighting, we would say, and we had to do it another time. There are days where we showed up and we did multiple scenes in a very short period of time. Everybody knew their lines. So, like Khristian said, it's an adventure. Really, it really is an adventure. Filming till, I don't know, I haven't seen the final edits. They have seen the final edits. I haven't seen it because I was late. So.
Go ahead.
Guys.
Yeah,
Don't forget about food too. The food was good.
Yeah.
Oh, so listen here,
This was
right? See this girl here? If y'all want the white, they say the way to man's
heart
heart is through his stomach.
The way to his heart is macaroni and cheese.
With sausage.
With sausage. But listen, I've had it, but it was not as good.
Don't forget about the cake too.
And she made a cheese. This is an expert.
Expert.
The best expert I've had ever. It was that good.
So Carissa was the one preparing the beans for a while.
Most of the time, yeah, she got meals for us. We had meatloaf for the
We had
we
meatloaf
had
first.
fried rice.
First
There was I think it was chicken curry
We had
once.
curry
We had
once,
chicken
yeah.
curry once. Yeah. So listen.
So I cook sometimes. It's not a big
So
deal.
she took a lot of
Oh,
time.
very modest.
Yes. Talking about food, it made me remember like the days that we actually like the name of the show is Misadventurers, and sometimes we really did have some misadventures because the stuff that used to be happening, like because our set was a very far away. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the location.
On the East Coast.
Yeah,
So we would have to travel because most of us live on the East Bank.
Oh no, none of us lives on the East Coast.
I live-
Yeah. And so it was like a full day of shooting was like very, want to say long. So me preparing food was just out of the goodness of my heart. It's the least I could have done because like you know we need to have good food if the days are gonna be long, and the days were long. They were very long, and some days like you would go on set and we have a full day of shooting to do, and that's like I want to say 12 hours sometimes or even more, and so we need to get our window of time for shooting in, and so some days like the lovely GPL would just grace us with that blackout. It was so helpful, so helpful. But yeah, I was just trying to cater for, because nobody's nice when they're hungry.
And on that note, right, talking about the blackout, remember we were all on sets. About 4 or 5 person wasn't on set, and we called everybody
Just in
in a group, and everybody answered in a group because it's something that I've never experienced where everybody picked up a call in a group chat. Everybody answered. We made a call. Everybody answered. It was Blackpool, of course, and everybody answered. We had like
We were
and
not
it was really.
We're a tight knit group.
Yeah, we were.
The chemistry is there.
On that note, what message do you have for other aspiring actors within Guyana who are probably trying to culminate or gather a team together? However, they find various challenges with getting that chemistry. What message any of you all have for aspiring actors to just essentially be one or act in that oneness to ultimately get a good show? What message do you have for the theatre fraternity?
Well, let me start off with this thing. Like, acting in Guyana is hard, right? It is something that you have to have the passion for, right? It's something that you want to do, not because you see the glitz and glamour of an edited show or a final cut of a show, meaning that, oh, I can do this. Yes, you can probably do it, but the work behind it, it's tough. Let me tell you, it's tough. I do not know how some people do it, and let me say some people on this cast. For example, our producer, who's also our main lead, how she does it sometimes and how she builds her character out. And listen, it's tough work being an actor in Guyana, right? Lots of work, little pay. I mean, some people does pay, but nevertheless, it's little pay, but it's a lot of work. But if you have a passion, if you have a drive, if it's something that you want, trust me, you'll put all of that aside and you'll work towards it. With anybody, with everybody. You put aside your pride, you put aside that ego of yours, to let your director or your producer fill you like an empty vessel, so they can get that character that they envision, that you develop to come to life. That's my humble opinion.
I think also get to know the cast and create a safe environment, because
Yeah.
for me, I was a first-time actor, so I didn't know what to expect, but Addie created a safe environment where you kind of felt like you were at home, and like you could be yourself around everybody. So get to know the cast and get to just create a safe environment, make everybody feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's also about being intentional, because majority of the time we are people that are very social. So in terms of the way how we socialize as a cast, we also have to take into accountability the fact that everybody has their own things going on top of them having to be that character on that day. So I think it was just us being intentional and working towards being positive and moving together as people. So that too.
Yeah. Also, for me, I try to go beyond what is required. So, like, just because like somebody might be working for me, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna check up on them. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna say, hey, try to not to get too personal, but to know that it's not just about it's not just about acting, it's not just about showing up, you know, that I do care about, you know, things that are happening to you. Like sometimes some people have some personal issues going on and it's okay, you know, to close down, you know, shooting for a day just so we can cater for that. And that's not something that every producer does because, you know, they have their own reasons, but I guess for me, I try to prioritize people. And I think like when you prioritize, you know, your cast, I think you end up getting a good show. You won't always get every single thing that you want, but I think when people are in a good mental space, you get something that's really, really beautiful. That like if they have like if you had your plan, like sometimes your plans might be okay, but like the misadventures, you know, you end up having something that is just really, really like sweeter than what you expected. So even Scarlett was a late addition to the show, but she wasn't something that I expected to have in the show, but like when she really came on, you know, I tried my best to be so accommodating to her and she just fit like a glove. So like when you have a really good cast and then you have somebody else who comes and just fits, like you try to accommodate a great thing, and I really think that this cast is a great thing.
So Scarlett was late to the show and like she did the rehearsal as well.
I believe that, well, the way I feel about it is that I've come to realize that even though when you have a job to do, you may find yourself uncomfortable at sometimes with persons, you know, or the environment or where the case may be. When it comes to acting, as long as you are comfortable in the space and amongst the actors and actresses, your team, so as to say, if you're comfortable with them, your production comes out much smoother, much more. You get to be yourself, whereas even if it's a character that's not of your own personality, it comes out far better because you have a team in which you can cooperate with, and you can go a million times and they say, and they, you know, behind the head they're gonna say, God, I hate you, do it right, but you know what, they love us so much that they sacrifice themselves and they say, my darling, take your time.
Piggyback.
They don't do that for me though.
Scarlett, you better stop it.
I'm wonderful.
Piggybacking on from what you just said, feeling comfortable comes from also communicating. That's a big thing here. We love to communicate. Communication is key. We're like a big bunch of people that just love to talk.
No, I think in this group, outside maybe.
Yeah, we love to communicate, and when you communicate, you get to learn a lot. So that's something too.
I love that. Okay, so going on the line of the characters now, right? Annie, I want to find out about this character, the main character, who's a fashion designer. Tell me about her, and tell me about her parallel similarities to some Guyanese persons who probably have things going on that they have big dreams for. However, as of course, as we mentioned, due to the force of not having an emphasis within their life from the other Guyanese person in the entirety of Guyana, that support is lacking. Tell me about the character.
Well, Shakisa is a force. She's very dynamic. I think she's one of the more positive characters I've ever played because she really believes. She believes that her dreams will come true, and if she has to fight, if she has to crawl, she's gonna do it. And when I created the character, I wanted some people who have the fire inside of them to see it and to see that, you know, it's possible. Well, at least in this world, that it's possible. And like, cause like when I used to look at these characters on screen, I used to think that, you know, like, yeah, it's possible. So not a Guyanese people will be able to have somebody of their own culture to be fighting to get a dream. I think that could create a ripple effect in how Guyanese youth see themselves, and that's what we want. We want them to be able to say, oh, this girl from Guyana, though it's not real, but this girl from Guyana is fighting for her dreams. And even though Guyana is not that supportive, she still fights, she's still happy, she's not down in the dumps, she's very positive, she lives very fiercely. And I wanted to have that character be represented in a positive light, because we have this idea that in Guyana everybody's a struggling artist, everybody, you know, they're trying they're trying to get it and people look down on them, but I just want to have a positive representation of somebody who's pursuing a dream in this
So
movie.
the show is in two eyesights. One is that, at least I'm saying now, it encourages that young budding artists to propel what they are currently doing, and it also encourages persons who are not possibly creators to just give support. That's all we get with this result.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I think it also gives an idea to those who don't necessarily have that big of a dream, but like help them to understand why we're so feisty and why we fight. Even though we might not go into explicit detail, but they could have an idea of the mindset of the persons.
I think it also encourages people to persevere, not necessarily just an artist, but somebody who's trying to achieve something that seems like it's bigger than they are, or bigger than their environment, you know?
Yeah.
I think also it creates this space for like sub-stories. So it's not just about the person that is doing the passion or pursuing it, but it's also about these real life experiences that we have outside of that, because like we believe that when we start doing these things, it's solely, our life is solely based on that. But the truth about it is, the reality of it is that sometimes we also have so much other things going on at the same time. So I think that's also something.
Great point you mentioned, Carissa. Leahna, tell me something about your character and how, just give me the overview of your character. What does your character generally entail?
Well.
That was in character. That was in character.
Blake was a whole vibes. You might be sad or going through a lot, and Blake would just come and just vibe you up. Like,
Yes,
happy.
that's it.
It's just vibes. Blake is all about vibes, like happy. She's just a happy girl. Yes.
Everybody else in the cast, except her boss.
I kind of Blake shares similarities that she also has goals in her mind. However, she isn't well able to commit to those goals. Give me a little more about Blake.
Well, Blake, basically, she just wanted to be like positive between everybody around her. Not to be sad or anything, but just be happy, put a smile on everybody's face. And
Yeah, she's also very supportive.
yeah.
Yes, through the series, I think Blake has taken a lot of the darkness from people, not just in giving them joy, but also give them a place to rest the bad things. And I think we do need people like that they're not necessarily going after something, but they're just being strong for the people in their lives.
Yeah. There's always that friend. Love everybody.
There's always
Blake.
a friend.
So Blake is metaphorically that person, or she is a figure that person should see or mimic within friend groups, within groups in which they are creatives, that should just give that support. Why it doesn't have to be a vast amount, just be that supportive.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and she supports the
I like
dreamers.
that. I really like that.
Yeah, but we need those people. Not everybody needs to be a bright star. Some people actually just help to carry the person to where they need to be.
We love Blake.
Yeah.
Carissa, coming on the line, tell me about your character.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I want to take this opportunity to provide a disclaimer. I am not the character, okay? I'm not. I found it very interesting. So how it happened was, Annie sent me the script and I read it and I was like, wow, I really love this character. Her name is Destiny. And don't ask me why I love the character, I just did. She's a little bit misunderstood, okay?
Oh, wow, really? Misunderstood.
She's a little misunderstood. I think Blake, why am I saying Blake? I think Destiny is a force to be reckoned with also.
Yes.
But she is a little bit more different in the way that she would tackle her issues and her problems. I think as the season progresses, people will get to understand her more, but I don't think that she will be very liked. But I think that Destiny is a sweet person underneath all that she has going on, and I think that people really need to see the layers beneath that. Okay? Yeah, she's an onion. She's an onion.
No, she's not.
Haters.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Scarlett, now give me a bit about your character.
Not dare.
Not too much of a
Do
girl.
I dare to say that I am wonderful? I am wonderful.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
I feel like you're the antagonist of this. I feel like she's bad.
No, she's not. I
She's
can tell
an
you that.
angel, actually.
She's really, really nice.
No, she's wonderful.
Amazing.
I never
Great.
up here, man. She's the bad guy.
Oh, stop.
She's a sweet.
All of this can be bad. No.
Yeah, so give me what's the name of your character?
Well, I play Tracy. I play the role of Tracy. I'm very skilled with my hands. Let's just put it that way.
Dr. Tracy.
Dr. Tracy.
Yes, that's Dr. Tracy.
Give me a little bit more. Explain to me.
I don't think she can give more than that.
If
That's
I
the more she
elaborate too much.
Explain what I need to find out details.
No, I'm qualified to do what I do.
You're not a politician, I want detailed answers.
No, and that's a wrap.
You gotta watch the show, guys.
When you see it, you'll know more about it. Look, you can get for rewind and all kinds of things.
Khristian, tell me about your character.
Okay, so I play Isaiah. Isaiah is the high school best friend of Annie's character Shakiza, and he's also the boss of Carissa's character Destiny. Isaiah is very kind-hearted. You know, he's all about supporting his friends, helping his friends, but he has a soft side. Some people might say that, you know, he's a bit of a pushover, but
He's sweet, okay?
he's a nice guy, man.
Sweetheart.
Nice guy.
Yes.
We love our pushovers.
Right, so you all two are best friends.
Pardon?
Yeah.
You are
Yeah, we're-
passionate about
Yeah.
No, that's not true. They are not.
We're friends. We're friends.
There may be some debate about it.
Yeah.
What are the dynamics of this friendship? Do you support
Well, I think it's in the trailer. I think I can see it from the trailer, but there is a love triangle in
Yes,
there.
yes.
Oh, and it's literally a triangle, right? No.
Wow,
Yeah.
not realistic.
Yeah, but the other two are not here. There's another two love triangles, so that would have been interesting.
Two love triangles.
We have like 4.
Let's just say,
Yeah, technically there's like four.
yeah, let's just say that the character
Love is
is still a little bit in me. So it's a little confusing sometimes because I just want to fight.
Her character is very feisty, guys. Very, very feisty.
Charles,
Yeah.
I want to find out about your character.
You're talking about my character. Well, my character basically is a continuation from season 1. So it's there. It's still Dr. Vikash. But Dr. Vikash,
Yo.
Dr.
This
Vikash.
season.
We have two doctors on the show.
Yes. This season, Dr. Vikash is at his peak, I would say. His peak of everything that happens that goes bad in somebody's life.
Yeah, like when you're trying to open a new business,
Yes.
what happens.
So, like, it shows the struggles of getting from being, what should I say, being handed everything to having to work for everything. So that's the character of Vikash, and he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He has best interest of
Most of the time.
some people.
Most of the time.
Some people. I'm not gonna say, but he's.
No.
Because of the struggle of working for everything.
I won't say he's struggle. Is it a struggle?
It's just new.
It's just new. It's basically new to him. It's something that he has never had to. Okay, he was never appreciative of it until it happens to him, or he has to fight for it or to get it. You know, okay, like let's
You
say.
never learn the value of a dollar.
Yeah, never be correct. That's the right word, right? No, never learn the value of a dollar until you have to work for that dollar. So that's basically his character in this particular season. Of course, there are other things that is there, but it's like a television show.
What parallel does this doctor show for some persons in Guyana? What similarities would you say does he emit from persons in Guyana?
I think it would resonate with people who are starting from the bottom and the trials and the hardship of wanting something or wanting to succeed in something and having all the possible obstacles to block it from being there. So I think that's what the character would be parallel to things or persons in Guyana who would, you know, they would say, oh yes, you know, this is true, that did happen to me, or this is what is happening to me. So yeah, so it's something that will basically, you know, get people to say, it's what is happening for persons who want to start from the bottom.
Especially persons who are trying to do things on their own.
Yes, people who are trying to stand on their own. Yeah, who want to prove themselves to somebody.
Yes.
Somebody who has been, who wants to basically prove themselves that I can do this. You
And I
need
can
to have
do it on
some,
my own.
and I can do it on my own. Yeah. So that's the character in this season. So definitely something to look out for.
Lastly, Annie, give me the timings that the show runs. Where can people view the show?
So, on my channel, we're doing a 5-episode release one time. So on August 18th, we'll have the first 5 episodes, and on September 1st, we're gonna have the other 5. We have 10 episodes this season. It's a packed show. I think it would have been nice this go around to have them just stream it all together as one, because the show is very juicy and
Very.
and I think I'll be people send me some choice words every time they'll have to
Right.
episode. So like I just said, you know, let's pack all together one time, and the cliffhanger for the 5th episode is gonna get people on their toes. And the last 5 episodes, all I can say is just watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out. The show is kind of
Oh.
on a hinge, right? I'm just giving y'all a warning. Just it's a lot.
So what time is the show starts? Is it on TVG right now?
Yeah. Oh yes. Sorry.
Right.
It will also be on TVG. But they have to decide a day.
Okay.
They gotta give it to time.
And you know me, I'm a big person for local theaters. This is any possibility that it's going to be at our local theater cinema in Turban.
I would love that.
Possibility exists. Let's say possibility
In the name of
exists.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Possibility exists, right?
Yes.
The talent of this young lady right here, this young woman right here, I'm telling you, you never know. Let me just find that one there. That one there.
Oh my God, they got a lot of young ladies.
She it's definitely something that she can definitely it can be a Netflix hit as well, so you never know.
I love that. Last
Yeah,
anything,
Netflix, if you listening.
Last anything that any of you want to say about this show? Encourage people to watch it. Anything?
Listen, if you like
Yes,
drama,
watch it.
watch it.
Most definitely.
It's all Guyanese, right? It's all Guyanese, it's all local. You can see the talent, and it resonates with Guyanese people, you know? So you know how you have the show about, what the US would do, or this is happening in that country? No, this is happening in Guyana.
Think about Friends also.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about Friends.
Friends,
like
but
Guyanese
local kind
It's
of
something. It's something important for Guyanese to realize. I mean, of course, we want this to be beneficial to everyone. around the world, right? Worldwide. But what I'm saying is that Guyanese, young, old, whoever they are, they need to realize that we have talent here. And looking at this, they are going to see that this is us. We represent Guyana. We represent everyone out there as Guyanese, and we can do it.
Yes.
I want to say, listen, if you got your auntie, your bestie,
Because you
even your little boo,
Assignment.
and you want to take part in a little bit of messiness, you sit and you watch Misadventurers.
And get messy.
And it's gonna be crazy. A lot happens this season, so tune in and watch it.
Think of it as a messy Monday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's not very much.
Good.